I've never looked at a woman and been like, yo, she got locks, she looks stank. I've never even really looked at a woman and seen her hair being short and been like, I can't date no woman with short. I prefer natural hair. So if you got short hair, you got a buzz cut, you got BDBs in the back, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? That was always my mentality. Maybe I'm not normal. Good YouTube, TP Locks here, bringing you guys another video. Yes, today you guys are gonna be reacting to Girl Book Nina's video on dreadlock femininity. I think this video is gonna be perfect to pair with the video I did last time. Essentially, that was reacting to GQ's article saying that women didn't prefer long hair. With the two, I think it's gonna start a great conversation. So hopefully you guys enjoy. If you're interested in that video, stay tuned. Per usual, if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Right now, you guys were at 27,000. Let's keep that going. If you have hit that subscribe button, definitely want to make sure you hit that notification button to stay notified on all the posts the moment I post. Let's get into it. So before we get into the video, I just wanted to give you guys a little context, okay? In my last video, I shared with you guys anecdotes and some data, specifically from a GQ article, and I thought it was very interesting. Essentially, what was perpetuated in that video in my mind was the idea that having dreadlocks is a more feminine trait for men. We're very harsh and very critical on men who had more hair products than them, who had to have their hair braided, or long hair practices, hair ties, hair products.
Ever taking a blow dryer to your hair? Get out.
Get out. As long as his hair is shorter than mine, it's fine.
No.
If you braid it, or you go to your mom's house to braid it,
No.
or your homeboys braiding
No
it,
cornrows.
or you're asking me to braid it,
No.
I don't like when you need to use a lot of product.
You shouldn't love your products more than I love my products.
It's too feminine or something for me. I don't know.
But I like feminine.
I want like my lumberjack.
Yeah.
A lot of things in the video that basically led me to believe that for some women, not all, 90-something% that they interviewed at GQ, longer hair is feminine. So I thought it was very interesting to see a huge figure in the lock community basically talk about her experience with locks not necessarily being perceived feminine. So it's interesting. For men, it's feminine, but for women, it's masculine. Let's look at the video.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Nina and I'm back with another video. So I was online looking at goodness knows what, ended up down the rabbit hole somewhere, and I came across this ad, a Refinery 29 ad, that really stopped me in my tracks. From what I've seen, it is very unusual to see locks in the mainstream, especially on a woman. Refinery 29 is a fashion and beauty style, all of that website for women. And
I never really thought about that. How many women with locks do you see mainstream media? I can only think of Chloe and Holly or Haley. Who else? Ava DuVernay, a few others, but as far as media and entertainment, I can't really think of. But let's get back into the video.
it was just highly unusual to see an ad with a girl with locks for this website. You can look at the NFL or the NBA and you will just see a ton of guys with locks. And in the music industry too, you can pick out 5 people from the charts right now and they all have locks, men. There's a couple that I follow here on YouTube, and the guy is, I think he might be Hispanic. The woman has locks, and he was talking about how he always...
So before she gets into the story, I just want to sort of offer a tidbit as a guy. I definitely received that visibility point. That was a great point because, like I said, I can't really think of any women. The greater question for all of you guys to ask yourself, is this a systematic thing? Is this a business thing? What is it about?
And he was talking about how he always thought that locks were masculine because he always saw football players with them. I felt like that was very sad because, I don't know, personally, I feel like locks are unisex. Locks should not be either feminine or masculine.
And that just goes to show that the world and how we perceive people and others is oftentimes shaped by the images that we get from the television, from social media, from all these things. So understand, you guys, people are developing very real understandings of the world based on these things. And that's interesting because you see a bunch of football players with it been perceived as masculine, where in another completely different sense, there are women perceiving it on those very men as feminine. But let's continue.
Another theory could be that locks are not soft in a way that we typically think of hair being. They're very sturdy. They have a lot of weight to them, a lot of heft to them. Maybe psychologically there's this idea that that is what makes them less feminine. And also the fact that women are just more on the hook for subscribing to Eurocentric beauty ideals than men are. So for women, it's about having this loose flowing hair. Like, you can get your locks to flow all day, but somehow people will still consider them not feminine. And that's just something that I really don't understand.
Let me offer this tidbit here. For one, this is the reality that I've lived in as far as men is concerned, right? I live in a world where, generally speaking, men ain't turning nothing down but they collar.
Handing it out, I ain't gonna turn down nothing but my collar.
I've probably met women with locks in my regular life, maybe one or two. I think we definitely have to dignify her experience here, but we also have to acknowledge that there is a bit of a deterrent. There is a bit of a deterrent for women to even approach locks. She mentioned earlier in the video that women are definitely more on the hook for Eurocentric standards of beauty. I think this is absolutely true. Patriarchal courting process that sort of mandates that women to be courted by men, oftentimes I do find women are more pressured to look appealing. Black women as well, you know, being a minority group, I can imagine there being some elevated levels of pressure there. So, wow, this is interesting. This is interesting, but let's continue.
That I really don't understand, because I could point to several examples that say otherwise.
Locks are beautiful. I don't understand it. I've actually always thought it was like the perfect hairstyle for women, especially like to grow your hair, to protective, like to embrace it. You know, it could get rid of, you know, potentially the need or the desire to wear weave. That's what I thought locks were coming up, but.
Even when it comes to publications that are specifically made for Black people, Black women, like Essence, even those publications don't really highlight locks as much as they could. I just think it's a missed opportunity to celebrate another form of Black beauty. Plenty of women have locks. Plenty of women keep their locks beautiful and clean. And at this point in 2019, I just feel like there's no reason that there should still be this sort of disparity between who is visible with locks in the mainstream and who isn't. So that's all I have for this video. Let me know your thoughts on this, your thoughts on locks and femininity, your thoughts on, you know, just locks in the mainstream in general. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
One thing that I can take from this video for sure, for certain, is that representation matters. When a lot of the things that she was saying in the video take at face value from her experience, from just what she's seen, because it's real. I mean, when you think about it, how many publications can you think about with people with locks on the front cover? I do think there is a degree of cultural nuance here to consider as well, because there's Black women, there's, you know, white women, there's Latina women, there's Asian women, and we know primarily when it comes to the people that are upholding this dreadlock culture in America, typically the world, it's primarily Black women. Are Black women with locks being underrepresented because we're a minority group and it's a minority hairstyle? Or is it really that people perceive them to look, you know, rugged or ugly? She mentioned the heft of the locks. She mentioned the fact that they're constantly associated with other male athletes. In my culture, like I said in a previous video, dreadlocks were always perceived to me as it pertained to men was that, you know, as the original man, it was rugged. If you could rock them, you could be strong. Usually with somebody that has some sort of muscle to them. Always a dope thing to have. And if you could rock them and just, you know, be the person that you are, it was always an amazing thing. But for women, I saw so few women with locks, it never really came into my mind what their experience was or what could potentially be deterring them from getting them. So again, this video, you guys, I just wanted to engage you guys. Leave your comments with your experience. Let me know how you feel, because I'm curious, okay? I will tell you this, ladies, if you are somebody with locks, don't want to nullify her experience, because again, you know, I think you got to legitimize people's experiences. But I will say, in my experience as a man, looking at women, I've never looked at a woman, again, I'm married. Let me put that out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm losing weight, so my ring getting loose. Hey, I've never looked at a woman and been like, yo, she got locks, she looks stank. I've never even really looked at a woman and seen her hair being short and been like, I can't date no woman with short. I prefer natural hair. So if you got short hair, you got a buzz cut, you got BDBs in the back, I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? That was always my mentality. Maybe I'm not normal. maybe that's not normal. Fellas, if you agree, definitely leave a comment in the comment section as well. But again, I don't want this video to be too long. I want you guys to be engaged. I want to hear the experiences. You know, this is all about connecting community, and I think, you know, this is a great conversation to have. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's been TP Locks, signing out.